A man once bought a beautiful white cloth from the marketplace. It was clean, it was soft, it was shining in the morning light. He carried it home carefully because he wanted to wear it on a special day. But on the way, a small drop of black ink fell on it. Just one drop. He stopped walking. He looked at the cloth. His heart became heavy. He said, "Now the whole cloth is ruined." An old man standing nearby heard him and smiled. He said, "My son, the cloth is not ruined, only one spot is dirty. But if you keep staring at the stain and never wash it, then you are the one who will allow one drop to become your whole story." My brother, my sister, listen carefully. Many people live like that cloth. They have one mistake and they call themselves finished. They have one bad habit and they think they can never change. They have one dark chapter and they believe their whole life is dark. They shouted once, so they say, "I am an angry person." They failed once, so they say, "I am a failure." They sinned, they slipped, they cried, they returned, they slipped again, and now the devil whispers to them, "You are fake, you are not close to Allah, you will never become better." But Allah did not create you to be trapped inside yesterday. Allah did not give you another morning so you could punish yourself with the same old thoughts. Every sunrise is not just light in the sky, it is a message. It is as though life is saying, you are still being called, you are still being given time, you are still not abandoned. The secret of becoming a better person is not always found in one huge moment. Many people wait for a big sign, a big change, a big feeling, a big emotional night where everything suddenly becomes different. But the people who truly transform are often changed by small things they repeat every day. A small word held back, a small prayer protected, a small kindness given, a small sin resisted, a small moment of silence when the ego wanted to explode. Do not underestimate small habits. A mountain is not moved in one push. A mountain is crossed step by step. A heart is not purified in one speech. A heart is purified through daily returning, daily choosing, daily fighting, daily softening. You want to become better? Do not only ask, "What should I feel?" Ask, "What should I repeat?" Because what you repeat becomes what you love. What you love becomes what you chase. What you chase becomes what shapes your character. And what shapes your character becomes the direction of your ending. So today, my brother, my sister, take these 5 daily habits seriously. Do not listen like a person collecting information. Listen like a person who has been waiting for a door to open. Because perhaps the better version of you is not far away. Perhaps it is hiding behind one honest habit you have delayed for too long. Habit 1. Begin your day with Allah before the world begins using you. The most dangerous part of the day is not the moment something bad happens. It is the moment you wake up empty and let the world fill you before Allah fills you. Many people wake up and the first thing they touch is not water for purification, not their prayer space, not a moment of gratitude, not a calm breath. The first thing they touch is their phone. Before their heart remembers Allah, it remembers messages. Before their mind becomes steady, it becomes crowded. Before their soul rises, it is dragged into news, comments, arguments, people's lives, people's faces, people's opinions, people's success, people's beauty, people's money, people's noise. And then they wonder why they feel heavy before the day has even started. My brother, my sister, when you wake up, your heart is like fresh soil. Whatever you plant first will grow strongly. If the first seed is jealousy, the day becomes bitter. If the first seed is fear, the day becomes tense. If the first seed is comparison, the day becomes painful. But if the first seed is gratitude to Allah, the day begins with light, even if the day is not easy. This does not mean your life will suddenly have no problems. It means your heart will not be handed over to problems before it is connected to its Lord. So make it a daily habit. Before you speak to people, speak to Allah in your own language. Before you check what the world wants from you, remember what Allah created you for. Before you run into tasks, return your heart to the one who gave you another day. Say, "My Lord, you gave me this morning. Help me use it in a way that pleases you. Protect my tongue, protect my eyes, protect my heart. Make me useful, make me gentle, make me sincere. Forgive what I cannot fix and guide what I cannot see." This simple moment can change the direction of your entire day. Because when a person begins with Allah, even their ordinary actions become meaningful. Going to work becomes responsibility. Serving family becomes worship. Earning becomes honesty. Resting becomes gratitude. Speaking becomes careful. Silence becomes powerful. And even hardship becomes a place where patience can grow. There are people who wake up rich but spiritually poor. They have a bed, a house, a job, food, clothes, and still the first sound inside them is complaint. And there are people who wake up with less, but their first breath is gratitude. Those people carry a treasure the world cannot measure. A better person is not the one who has no stress. A better person is the one who knows where to place the stress. Place it before Allah. Do not carry the whole day alone. Do not wake up like an orphan of the soul when you have a Lord who knows the weight you slept with and the fear you woke with. Even if your morning is busy, take a few moments. Sit at the edge of your bed. Lower your head. Let your heart become aware. You are alive. You were protected through the night. Your soul returned. Your book of deeds is still open. Your story is still being written. That means hope is still allowed. That means change is still possible. That means Allah has not closed the door. Start every day with Allah, because the world is loud, and if you enter it without direction, it will pull you in 100 directions. But when you begin with Allah, you walk into the same world with a different heart. Habit 2. Guard your tongue like it is holding your future. A person may spend years building a good life and destroy peace in one careless sentence. One word can break a heart. One insult can damage a child. One lie can poison trust. One piece of gossip can burn years of friendship. One angry reply can open a wound that stays in someone's memory long after you have forgotten saying it. My brother, my sister, the tongue is small, but it can carry heavy consequences. Some people think becoming a better person is only about doing more prayer, more charity, more reading, more learning. All of that is beautiful. But sometimes becoming better begins with doing less speaking without thinking, less judging people's private pain, less exposing someone's weakness, less replying when your ego is burning, less making jokes that humiliate others, less promising what you never intend to fulfill. A guarded tongue is one of the greatest signs of a guarded heart. Every day, make a habit of asking yourself before speaking, will this please Allah? Will this help? Will this heal? Is this true? Is this necessary? Is this the right time? Many problems in homes are not caused by poverty. They are caused by tongues without mercy. Many marriages are not destroyed in one day. They are slowly cut by sharp words. Many children do not become distant because their parents never fed them. They become distant because their parents fed the body but starved the heart with criticism. Many friendships do not die because of distance. They die because trust was spoken about in rooms where it should have been protected. You want to become better? Let people feel safe around your tongue. Let your family know that even when you are upset, you will not become cruel. Let your friends know that their secrets will not become stories. Let your children know that their mistakes will be corrected, not mocked. Let your spouse know that anger will not turn you into an enemy. Let your own soul know that you are no longer a prisoner of every emotion that rises inside you. There is a moment between feeling and speaking. That moment is tiny, but it is powerful. In that small pause, your character is revealed. Anyone can speak when angry. Anyone can reply harshly. Anyone can win an argument by being cruel. But the strong person is not the one who crushes people with words. The strong person is the one who can feel the fire inside and still choose not to burn someone else. Before you speak about someone, remember that Allah knows things about you that He has hidden from people. Before you expose a mistake, remember how many mistakes of yours were covered. Before you laugh at someone's weakness, remember that your strength is also a gift, not a trophy. And before you say, "I am just being honest," ask yourself if your honesty has lost its mercy. Truth without mercy can become a weapon. Mercy without truth can become weakness. But truth with mercy becomes guidance. This habit will transform you because it makes you aware. And awareness is the beginning of purification. Spend one day watching your words, and you will be shocked by how many sentences were not needed. Spend 1 week guarding your tongue, and you will feel your heart becoming lighter. Spend 1 month refusing gossip, and you will see certain people lose interest in you because they only enjoyed the version of you that joined them in sin. That is a good loss. Do not be afraid when your tongue becomes cleaner and your circle becomes smaller. A clean heart cannot remain comfortable in dirty conversations. Habit 3. Do one hidden good deed every day that only Allah knows. There is a type of goodness that people clap for, and there is a type of goodness that only Allah sees. The second one is more dangerous to the ego. That is why it is more powerful. My brother, my sister, every day, do at least one good deed that nobody knows about. No picture, no announcement, no hint, no story, no secret desire that someone finds out. Just you and Allah. Give a small amount to someone in need without attaching your name. Send food without wanting praise. Pray for someone who will never know you prayed for them. Remove something harmful from a path. Help a person quietly. Forgive someone in your heart without turning it into a speech. Wake up for a private moment of worship when the house is asleep. Hold back from a sin when nobody is watching. Smile at someone who is ignored. Make life easier for your mother, your father, your spouse, your child, your neighbor, your co-worker, and do not say, "Did you see what I did?" Because the soul becomes sick when it needs applause for every good thing. There are people who cannot do kindness unless someone notices. They cannot serve unless someone thanks them. They cannot give unless someone praises them. They cannot help unless someone records it. This is dangerous because slowly the heart stops seeking Allah and starts seeking attention. And attention is a hungry master. No matter how much you feed it, it asks for more. Today 1 person praises you, tomorrow you need 10. Today 10 people admire you, tomorrow you feel empty unless 100 people approve. But when your secret is with Allah, you become free. Hidden good deeds train the heart to be sincere. They remind you that the real audience is not the crowd. The real audience is the one who sees the tear you wiped when nobody asked if you were okay. The real audience is the one who saw you choose honesty when cheating was easy. The real audience is the one who saw you stay patient when your heart was breaking. The real audience is the one who saw you avoid a sin that your body wanted but your soul feared. Do not underestimate hidden deeds. Sometimes a person is saved by a deed so small that the world would not even call it important. A cup of water given, a hungry person fed, a debt forgiven, a harsh word swallowed, a private tear of regret, a moment where you turned away from something forbidden and said, "My Lord, I leave this for you." That moment may be small on earth, but with Allah it may be heavy. The world celebrates loud success, but Allah values sincere hearts. The world sees the stage, Allah sees the intention. The world sees your public image, Allah sees your private struggle. So build a private life with Allah that is more beautiful than your public life with people. Let there be deeds in your record that no one can use against you, no one can praise you for, no one can take credit for, and no one can corrupt with jealousy. And when life becomes hard, those hidden deeds will become secret lights. You may not remember them, but Allah does not forget. Habit 4. Clean your heart. Every night before sleep cleans your body. Many people wash their face before sleeping, but they leave their heart dirty. They brush their teeth, change their clothes, fix the pillow, turn off the light, but inside the chest they carry anger, envy, bitterness, regret, and old conversations they keep repeating like a punishment. Then they sleep tired and wake up heavy. My brother, my sister, do not end the day with a heart full of poison. Every night before you sleep, sit with yourself for a few moments and ask 3 questions. What did I do today that pleased Allah? What did I do today that needs forgiveness? Who am I still carrying inside my heart in a harmful way? This habit can transform your life because most people never review themselves. They review other people. They review who hurt them, who ignored them, who failed them, who disappointed them. But they rarely ask, where did I fall short? Where did I speak too harshly? Where did I act with pride? Where did I forget Allah? Where did I waste the blessing of today? A person who never reviews the heart keeps repeating the same mistakes and then calls it personality. But a believer grows. A believer is not perfect, but a believer returns. A believer is not sinless, but a believer does not become comfortable with the sin. A believer is not always strong, but a believer does not stop asking Allah for strength. At night, be honest without becoming hopeless. There is a difference between blaming yourself and correcting yourself. Blame says you are worthless. Correction says you are responsible and you can return. Blame pushes you into darkness. Correction guides you back to Allah. So before sleeping, return. Ask Allah to forgive your hidden mistakes, your public mistakes, the words you remember, the words you forgot, the wounds you caused knowingly and the wounds you caused without knowing. And if you hurt someone, make a plan to repair it. Do not be too proud to say, I was wrong. Some people lose blessings because their ego cannot say sorry. They would rather protect their image than protect their soul. But the person who can apologize sincerely is not weak. That person is brave enough to defeat the ego. Also, clean your heart from people. This does not mean you allow everyone back into your life. Islam does not ask you to stay in harm. You can forgive and still keep a safe distance. You can release hatred and still have boundaries. You can wish someone guidance and still not give them access to destroy your peace again. Cleaning the heart means you stop letting people live inside you rent-free. You stop drinking poison every night and expecting them to suffer. You stop replaying the insult until it becomes louder than your prayer. You stop letting one person's cruelty become your whole personality. Give the matter to Allah. Say, my Lord, you saw what happened. You know what was done. Protect me from becoming bitter. Give me justice in the way that is best, and give me peace in the way that heals. Then sleep. Sleep like a servant who has handed the file to the king. Not every battle needs to be solved tonight. Not every answer needs to arrive before morning. Not every pain needs to be understood immediately. But every heart needs to return to Allah before it becomes hard. If you clean your heart every night, you will not carry years of spiritual dust. You will become lighter. You will become softer. You will become more aware. And slowly, people will notice something different about you. Not because you became perfect, but because you stopped allowing yesterday to rot inside you. Habit 5. Choose one daily sacrifice that trains your soul to obey Allah over desire. A better person is not built only by what they add. A better person is also built by what they leave. Every day, leave something for Allah. Leave one sinful glance. Leave one angry reply. Leave one useless argument. Leave one harmful habit. Leave one secret indulgence. Leave one lazy excuse. Leave one moment of showing off. Leave one unnecessary complaint. Leave one conversation that pulls you away from purity. This daily sacrifice may look small, but it is training your soul. The soul is like a horse. If you never train it, it runs wherever it wants. Today it runs toward anger, tomorrow toward desire, the next day toward jealousy, the next day toward laziness. And you sit there saying, "Why do I feel out of control?" Because you gave the reins away. A daily sacrifice takes the reins back. It tells the soul, "You are not my master. Allah is my Lord. I will not obey every craving. I will not follow every mood. I will not answer every temptation. I will not destroy my future because of a feeling that will disappear in a few minutes." My brother, my sister, many sins become powerful not because they are impossible to leave, but because we keep feeding them every day. Every time you return to the same harmful thing, it digs a deeper path in the heart. But every time you resist for Allah, even once, you weaken that path. The first day is hard. The second day is still hard. But then something changes. Your soul begins to realize that desire is loud, but it is not a king. The body wants comfort, but it can be trained. The ego wants attention, but it can be humbled. The tongue wants to speak, but it can be held. The eyes want to wander, but they can be lowered. The heart wants revenge, but it can be healed. Choose one sacrifice every day. Do not begin by trying to change everything at once until you become exhausted and quit. Start with one habit, one door, one weakness, one repeated mistake, and fight it sincerely. If you fall, return. If you return and fall again, return again. The devil wants you to believe that falling means you are not sincere, but the sign of sincerity is not that you never fall. The sign of sincerity is that you refuse to make the ground your home. You rise again. You wash the stain. You seek forgiveness. You adjust your steps. You continue. Some people think transformation feels beautiful every day. No, sometimes transformation feels like saying no while your whole body wants to say yes. Sometimes it feels like deleting a number. Sometimes it feels like closing an app. Sometimes it feels like staying silent. Sometimes it feels like walking away from people who bring out the worst in you. Sometimes it feels like praying when your energy is low. Sometimes it feels like giving when your ego says, "Keep it for yourself." Sometimes it feels like forgiving when your pride says, "Make them suffer." But every sacrifice made for Allah carries a hidden sweetness. At first, you taste the pain of leaving. Later, you taste the peace of freedom. The thing you thought you could not live without becomes the thing you thank Allah for saving you from. The habit you thought controlled you becomes weaker. The version of you that used to surrender becomes stronger. And one day you look back and say, "How did I ever live like that?" That is transformation. Not magic, not noise, not one emotional moment. Daily sacrifice, daily return, daily obedience, daily victory over the self. My brother, my sister, do not wait for the perfect time to become better. The perfect time is often a trick of the ego. It says, change when life becomes easier. But life may not become easier first. Sometimes you become stronger first. It says, change when your heart feels ready. But sometimes the heart becomes ready after the body begins obeying. It says, change when your environment changes. But sometimes your environment changes after you stop feeding what keeps you weak. Start today, not with arrogance, not with a public announcement, not with a promise you cannot keep. Start quietly. Begin the morning with Allah. Guard your tongue. Do one hidden good deed. Clean your heart before sleep. Leave one thing daily for the sake of Allah. These 5 habits may look simple, but simple does not mean weak. Water is simple, but it can carve stone. A seed is simple, but it can split the earth. A daily habit is simple, but it can rebuild a human being. Do not say, "I am too far." No one is too far from the mercy of Allah while they are still being invited to return. Do not say, I have wasted too much time. A sincere return can give meaning to years of confusion. Do not say, I tried before and failed. Then try again with more humility. The door of Allah is not like the doors of people. People get tired of your return. Allah loves the servant who returns sincerely. People remind you of your past. Allah can purify your future. People may call you by your mistake. Allah can raise you through your repentance. There will come a day when you will wish you had started earlier. So start before that day arrives. Start before the heart becomes harder. Start before the bad habit becomes deeper. Start before the tongue destroys another relationship. Start before envy steals another year of your peace. Start before your private sins become public consequences. Start before regret becomes louder than hope. But even if you feel late, begin. Allah did not wake you up today so you could only repeat yesterday. He gave you another day because there is still a path back. And perhaps the person you are trying to become is closer than you think. Perhaps that person is waiting behind one morning prayer, one controlled tongue, one secret charity, one honest apology, one sin left for Allah. Do not chase a better image, chase a better heart. Do not become good only in front of people. Become sincere when no one sees you. Do not only ask Allah to change your situation. Ask Allah to change you in the situation. Because when Allah changes the heart, the same life begins to look different. The same house becomes a place of gratitude. The same job becomes a place of patience. The same hardship becomes a place of growth. The same delay becomes a place of trust. The same loneliness becomes a place of closeness to Allah. The same pain becomes a door. My brother, my sister, take your daily habits seriously. Your future self is being built today. Not only by the big decisions people see, but by the small choices nobody notices. The moment you wake and remember Allah. The moment you want to speak but choose mercy. The moment you give quietly. The moment you repent before sleeping. The moment you leave a desire and choose your Lord. These moments may be hidden from the world, but they are not hidden from Allah, and what is seen by Allah is never wasted. So tonight, when you place your head on the pillow, do not ask only, was my day successful? Ask, was my heart closer to Allah than it was yesterday? And tomorrow morning, when your eyes open, do not let the world steal your first moment. Begin again with Allah, for Allah, returning to Allah, until the better person you dreamed of becoming is no longer a dream. It becomes your character. It becomes your way. It becomes the quiet beauty of a servant who was broken but did not stay broken. A servant who fell but kept returning. A servant who struggled but kept choosing Allah. And that, my brother, my sister, is one of the most beautiful transformations a human being can ever experience.